day. It's Gary from G&H Honey Bees. It's Thursday, March 21st, 2019. And I'm just giving you a little update on how Hive 1 is doing. They are out and about a little bit. Not as much as they have been on the last couple of days. Last couple of days it's been up near 18 to 19 degrees Celsius, which is fairly warm. Today it's only about 10 degrees Celsius so far. We've got a little bit overcast, and here she comes. There seems to be one bee that doesn't want me in the backyard, and she comes out and she buzzes around my head and chases me. I was in the greenhouse planting some stuff yesterday, and she even found me in there. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but I've got my veil on, and so I should be all right. You see, they're bringing in pollen. There's a red maple tree in the next door neighbor's yard, which is starting to bloom, and there's a big maple tree in the front yard, which is also starting to open up. And they seem to be gathering a lot of pollen from either the maple trees or some other source. The little jar down here with sugar water in it, that was part of the experiment I was trying to do. I put, just up here, I put my little sugar jar stand out there, my open feeder, and they don't seem to be terribly interested in the sugar water at all. I'm not sure why, but maybe they just don't need it yet. One thing I didn't think about when I was making these little sugar water feeders was the fact that if air gets warm inside the jar, it expands a little bit, and so it's been pushing liquid out. So I may just abandon this little project altogether and just go back to my internal feeders. You can see, oh, there is one bee on there. I don't know if you can see her or not. She is having a little drink, but one would think if they really needed the sugar water, that would just be covered because it's right beside the hive, but it's not. They're not even doing much with it. There, see, she's back. Can you hear her? She does this for a bit, and then she goes back to the hive, and then she comes back. And I don't understand why it's just one. If I had made these bees mad somehow, you'd think they would all be attacking me, but I haven't actually touched them, so I don't know what's going on. So if anyone that's watching this could maybe enlighten me as to why one single bee, there she is, she just landed up there on the hive roof. And I'll bet you here she comes. She just had to take a rest. So, I'm going to show you what I've been doing with planting, so I'll be back shortly. So here it is, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there are some of the bees out. It's gotten up to about 15 degrees Celsius. And I've been out here for like the last hour doing some yard work and stuff. And I think that bee has given up trying to chase me down, because I haven't seen hide nor hair of her. So, but you see they're quite active, and they're busy, and they're bringing in a lot of pollen. All right, talk to you again. So in the greenhouse I've got some asters and some Elysium started, and yesterday I've put in some sunflower seeds so I can grow sunflowers this season, and of course the usual zucchini, tomatoes, and a few other things which are going to go into the garden outside, or at least the sunflowers are going to go into the garden outside. And these asters and stuff are going to go in the flower bed right in front of the greenhouse. Which is right here. And I've got some other plant that I had started. I'm not sure how well it's going to do because it looks a little stringy to me. It's Felicia, I believe that's how it's pronounced. So I just put it in here yesterday. We'll just see how it does. But I'm going to put the asters and the other plants in here, and that should give them something to feed off of. As far as I can understand, they like asters and these other plants. And then the big flower bed, or the garden bed over here, is where I'm going to put sunflowers. I'm going to put them in this raised garden bed here. So there is the bee. So here's a look right inside the, I don't know if you can see that too well. You can see the sugar water has been pushed right out of the jars, causing an overflow. So I might just leave that there for a bit, but it's been out here for 4 days already and we just don't seem interested in it. So that's all I have for today. I will hopefully be able to do a hive opening video in a few days if the weather is good, and we'll see how they're doing on the inside. All right, until then, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye.